So it's constantly being open. But for me, mentally, it is just like learning about how the character's written and how they think, and then developing that from there. And then I will go into physicality after I've got like the mentality of it down and think about like, if this is how I'm thinking, how's that gonna like make me carry myself? How am I gonna react, like physically react to other people's words or gestures and things? And where do I hold the tension in my body? Like just, yeah, things like that. Which then creates the character more, which is great.
Well, I kind of make a huge mind map of my character with everything I can think about them, what they might do, why they do things, their personality traits, bits about the history. And I like to kind of make their mind map in a way that they would do it. So if they're like a super neat character, I'll do it very neat. Or if it might be really colourful, or it might be very dark and just like scribbles and frantic. And so from there, I kind of get a whole picture and I let myself like write whatever I want to write about it. And then I can decide which parts I want to use to portray that character. And it gives me a good idea of how I perceive them and whether I want to act in that way.
It depends on the characters, but a lot of the time, I think it starts out as just like, how similar is it to me and how can I put like bits of myself in there, or how would I think in that situation? But then as it develops, you sort of also see the similarities to other people in your life, friends, family, whatever it is. And the character will develop into its own person, and then it sort of becomes a part of you. So it's like having an alter ego, which is weird because it's like it starts as one thing, goes through another stage, and then goes to like the final stage where it's like you, but it's not you. Yeah.
It is always really useful to have maybe like a few people in your head to kind of pick up mannerisms of like a character and to get an idea of how you want to portray them. But then at kind of like a deeper level, you always have to draw on your own experiences to try and bring like a next level of like reality to that character. So you have to balance both of them.
I've known that every role I played it's had an impact on me and how I view things. Especially because like some of the stuff I've done has been like a critical look at reality TV or masculinity, or like is somewhat serious issues. So even though, yeah, there's all of like the fancy fun stuff that goes on top of it, there is like the underlying serious issues. So it just allows me to, or it changes how I see these things that we're talking about or that we're approaching. So yeah, I definitely think it's part of it.
I mean, I think you hold on to the rules, especially if the project lasts quite a long time and it's been quite intense, or if the character, you feel like a really strong connection to them, then they do stay with you. But I don't think it's necessarily in a bad way. To me, it feels a bit like your favorite character in a book, and like the way you always hold on to like your favorite character. It's kind of like you look on them like fondly, or they've taught you a new way to act or a new development in your career. So
me personally, I try to refine myself. The best way I can describe it is like, you know, when you've just gone through like a really bad breakup and you're like, I need to refine myself because I spent so much of my time or like and my efforts with another person. You have to just find what you enjoy again, find what you don't like, and just rediscover yourself as a person. I think that is what I do, but in like a much smaller process.
I find the best way is to just have a chat with someone, being me, because then you're conversing and interacting with someone as yourself, and then the other character kind of slips away and you come back into yourself.